Independent film is gone. It's dead, it's been cremated, and its ashes scattered to the wind. But that doesn't mean that you still shouldn't make your movie any way you can right now. A couple of decades ago, if you mentioned independent film, people knew what you meant. They knew you didn't mean the actual definition, which, as you can see right here, is literally just a movie made without studio backing. They knew you weren't talking about that. They knew you weren't talking about David O. Selznick, who was technically an independent. He still managed to make Gone with the Wind, though. I mean, yeah, he was an independent, but he's not what we think about as an independent filmmaker. What we were talking about when we talked about independent film was, the person who takes a 16mm camera and then takes the developed reels from that and walks around to different film festivals hoping somebody will watch it. That's what we were talking about. And that's gone. That's been long gone. But there's also this whole idea that still remains that you can make a short film and kind of parlay that into a career in the movies. That's kind of gone too. Even if you think you've found examples of that happening, you probably actually haven't. Take this guy, Damien Chazelle. Well, he's a case of it really happening, right? No. I mean, right off the bat, when your mom and your dad have their own two separate Wikipedia pages independent of you, you probably had a leg up. Damien Chazelle made the short film Whiplash, which was played up pretty big at a lot of film festivals, and then he parlayed that into a movie-making career by making the feature-length film Whiplash, which eventually won J.K. Simmons an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. But is that the real story? No, not even close. In fact, you can't even really get the real story because it's been so buried under just mountains of myth-telling. Damien Chazelle had a lot of contacts within the industry before he ever even got around to that short subject, Whiplash. He was able to get a script he was working on, the one that would be Whiplash, noticed. How? Well, that's where the myth-making kind of gets in the way. See, there's a survey called The Blacklist. It's where they interview Hollywood professionals and insiders about the best unproduced screenplays out there. The 2012 Blacklist included Damien Chazelle's script for Whiplash. Now, if we go to Damien Chazelle's Wikipedia page, we will see that he completed the script for Whiplash in 2013. Oh, and he didn't want anybody to see it, so he put it in a drawer. And yet somehow, the year before he finished it, without showing it to anyone, it made a list of Hollywood Insider's survey as one of the best unproduced screenplays around. Nothing fishy going on there. A production company, Blumhouse, then financed a short film to be made from a part of the script. They got actor J.K. Simmons to take part in that short film, which became the short film of Whiplash that you may have heard about. So, even if you think, oh, here's an example of someone who made a short film and made it, it's probably not the case. But the main thing I'm here to tell you is, who gives a damn? Make your movie anyway. One of the things that drives me crazy when I watch YouTube channels talking about making movies is how focused they are on the tech. I don't mind focusing on the tech if that's something you've been doing for years and years and you want to improve your game with your movie making. I think that many of these channels do a real service in helping people understand the kinds of tech they need for the cameras they use and for the editing softwares they want to use. But to the first-time filmmaker, it is daunting and off-putting. I think that it tells people you are going to need so much money, so much time, and you're going to have to take so many tutorials before you can ever shoot frame one. And I'm saying, once again, screw that, just make your movie. I did a whole thing on how I made sustained reaction a while back. It's one of my best viewed videos, actually. And I made it all with my phone. And I made it with a crew of one. Me. I was the star, the writer, the editor, the director, the composer. I was everything. I made the poster for it, and I shipped it around to festivals. I did the whole thing, everything. And it was well received. And no careers come out of it, at least not in that sense, because I already have a career as a movie writer and doing essays here on YouTube, but I didn't do it because I thought that a career would come from it. I did it because I wanted to make a movie. That's why I did it. And too many people are discouraged from just making a movie by all of these videos telling them all of the equipment they need to make the movie. The hardest thing in making a movie is getting started. And the quicker you do that, the quicker you will be out there making more movies and buying better equipment and doing more things in post-production. But first, just take your phone and just make the movie. And no, your short film isn't going to get out there and it's not going to be recognized in any significant way, but you'll feel better because you just went ahead and did it. You made it, and that is the first step to being a filmmaker. I say all of this because right now, despite all the tools that are available for filmmakers to use and all of the outlets available for filmmakers to get their work out there, this is probably the hardest time ever to actually get noticed. It used to be decades ago that a lot of the films nominated for live action short film at the Academy Awards were really just independently done works with a very small crew, a very small cast, and just usually one person at the helm kind of doing all the writing, producing, and directing. But that has gone away. The movie that won Best Short Subject for the 2024 Academy Awards was I'm Not a Robot. And yeah, it's a fine film and everything, but if you think that because it's a short film, it was made on the fly with only a couple of bucks budget, think again. Watch the credits, for goodness sakes. It's got as much people listed in the credits as a major feature-length movie. They have 3 location managers. You know, when I made my movie Sustained Reaction, I was the location manager, and it was like, oh, I've got a good location. I'll just put a green screen up in my kitchen. If you got 3 location managers and 2 minutes worth of credits, you had some serious funding for that short film you did. So again, if you can, if you want to make a movie, if you want to just get started, if you're just excited about creating art, then stop paying attention to all the videos telling you about all the tech you need and all the editing software and all the tutorials you have to go through before you can start, and stop thinking about the short film successes like I'm Not a Robot or the work of Damien Chazelle, and stop fooling yourself into thinking that any of that is ever going to happen to you or me or anyone who's not connected, because it's not going to. So you just got to go out there, turn on your phone, and make your movie. And then, once you've done that, you've begun. And that's the most important step to make. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, drive safely.